In 5.9, Next-Gen Ambulatory EHR, Electronic Prior Authorization, or EPA responses will be sent as tasks to clinical tasking in the Workflow module. You can also communicate with a Pharmacy Benefit Manager, or PBM, directly from clinical tasking to complete a questionnaire. This eliminates going to the Medication module to complete EPA tasks. Let's head to clinical tasking to take a look at these tasks. We're currently viewing Next-Gen Ambulatory EHR. To access the Workflow module, click Inbox. The Clinical Tasking tab displays by default. Currently, we have 2 EPA tasks listed here. The initial EPA request was sent from the Medications module when the provider prescribed medication for this patient. The system used the Next-Gen Communication Services, or NCS, to monitor the prior authorization, or PA status changes. When NCS detects a change, it sends a task automatically to the prescribing provider or associated workgroups, and the task displays in the clinical tasking list. If the EPA response is approved, you can simply select the task and click the Send Rx button to send the prescription to the pharmacy. If the EPA response is action required, you need to access the Manage EPA window to complete a questionnaire for the PBM. Let's do that. Select the EPA action required task for Jonathan Swift. Click Manage EPA. The electronic prior authorization window opens with the EPA tasks associated with Jonathan Swift. You can view the EPA tasks, the patient demographic information, the due date to complete the questionnaire, the date the prescription was created, and the medication description. To complete the questionnaire for Coumadin 5 mg tablet, click this task. Now the SureScripts Accelerators landing page displays. You can see the patient's name, the medication, and the EPA case number at the top. You can also view the patient, payer, and provider information here. Click Start. You'd answer each question based on the patient's clinical information. For example, this patient hasn't had any listed medications. For this question, select No. Click Next. A bar displays here to show your progress in the questionnaire. If you make a mistake, you can always use these buttons to return to the work list or start the questionnaire over. To save time, I'll complete the rest of the questions for you. After reviewing all the answers, click Submit. Once you complete the questionnaire for Coumadin, the EPA task is removed from the work list. Now, let's take a look at the EPA task history for the patient by clicking this tab. You can see that the EPA task we just completed for Coumadin is listed here, and the EPA status is now changed to In Progress. We're all done, so click Close. The EPA task is marked as completed. It will take only a few minutes for the decision to be made by the PBM. When the response is received, a new task will be created automatically in the clinical tasking list. If an EPA-approved response is received, you can click the Send Rx button to send the prescription to the pharmacy. If an EPA-denied response is received, you can appeal through the Manage EPA window. It will be resubmitted to the PBM, and additional questions will potentially be sent. You can still send the EPA-denied prescription to the pharmacy, but the patient may need to pay more for that medication. And we're all finished. You should now know how to complete EPA tasks in clinical tasking.